Okay, everyone, I'm going to call the meeting to order. Just a check on the technical. Is the live stream up and running? So I'll bring this special meeting and call it to order. Still acknowledging that we are meeting on the traditional unceded lands of Musqueam people. Our meeting really has one item on the agenda, and it's a welcome discussion with the president of UBC. So I'm going to move the approval of our, and the meeting will be in two sections. So there's our first one is the open session, and the second is a closed session. So I'm going to go to the open session agenda to begin with. So I'll move that the board approve the October 1st, 2024 special open session agenda as circulated. Murray, got a second? Any discussion? All in favor? Motion passes. Great. And here we are. So welcome. I get to, as the chair of the UNA, I officially get to give you
I love it.
the t-shirt. Yeah, I won't make you put it on. Yeah.
Well,
There you go. And then
it's a beauty.
if you have any, you need to get any gear or anything, we've got a great bag for you. For that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
So,
Appreciate it.
welcome.
Thanks for having me today.
Yeah. Well, you've met all the directors, and just wanted to let you know that we're very excited to have you here in this meeting room. It's a great opportunity for us to really introduce ourselves and to just get to know each other. That's the purpose here, is just to finally meet and just to set things up. There's nothing more than that. And to set that stage, I've just got a few things I wanted to remind. We sent you a letter, but just reminding you, you were saying that the community center was built here in 2013. Or 2010.
No, it's why I just looked it up. 2015.
It's a little after.
15. Okay, so I guess 2013.
We're all off.
Yeah, we were all up. All right, so almost 10 years ago. It's still very much new. The UNA as an organization dates back to 2002, and that's when UBC incorporated the University Neighborhoods Association as a society. And since then, well, it's for the 5 basic neighborhoods that were there, right? Westbrook, Hampton, Hawthorne, Chancellor, and East Side, or East Campus. East Campus is the smallest one that I always, yeah, anyways. So though, and I've been here since 2006. Most of our directors have been here for a number of years. We've grown from that time. I think it may be 1,000 in Hampton to begin with, up to 5,000, and now we're at 15,000. Yeah, yeah. So through all that time, we've grown as an organization in collaboration with Campus Community Planning and UBC. So this is really an opportunity to using that background to just move forward in there. Yeah, so I'd just like to welcome you and say, given all of the background we have a great community, and we know that you heard that you walked around it. I know you were at the football game. I heard you speak. I didn't get a chance to connect with you, but you were very encouraging, and they won that day, so it must have been because you were encouraging, right? Yeah. At this point in time, I'd just like to invite you to give us your opening remarks.
Great. Well, thanks so much for that, Richard. It's great to be here. I really appreciate the invitation, the chance to meet you, to get a better sense of the work that you're doing and how we can collaborate, work together over time. That's really great. Maybe to introduce myself briefly, I'm Benoit Antoine Bacon from Montreal originally. Lifelong fan of the Montreal Canadiens. I hope there's at least one more in the room. There's always one. There's always one. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I studied at Concordia psychology and then neuroscience at the University of Montreal, and I've been blessed with an academic career that took me all over the place. First at Bishop's University. I'll always be grateful to Bishop's. If you know, it's a very, very small liberal arts college where you in Lennoxville, where I really learned the importance of community. And then on to Concordia, where I was provost. I was provost at Queen's University, and Carleton University offered me the presidency in 2018. I was there for 6 years. And then UBC called me, and I just couldn't resist coming to UBC. I've long said that this is the best and most exciting university in the country. I also think this is the university that has the most potential. And you can't often say both of those things back to back. Already at such a high level, but still room to grow in impact and reputation. So I couldn't tell you how excited I am to be here at UBC. And one of the main reasons, you know this, of course, but I had to discover this. One of the main reasons that UBC has grown so much in size, impact, reputation, is the work that has been done to develop the site here, Point Grey, not only as an educational activity, but really as a place to live, to work, to study, in large parts due to the neighborhoods and all the work that has been done over the past 30 years to allow people to live here. If that model hadn't taken hold 30 years ago, UBC would still be a regional university and a commuter campus, and it wouldn't be half as big, and it wouldn't be half as good. So the part that as residents, as the association, you've played in fostering the excellence of UBC is significant. I want to acknowledge that right off the bat. There's no other university that has as many people living on campus, whether residence beds, which is about 15,000, and residents, especially faculty, staff, or other residents, another 15,000. That makes UBC a very, very unique place. And because of our location, a bit out of the way, it was so important to get this right. And from my point of view, it's been done exactly right. So why do I think UBC still has a lot of potential? We still have land, and our competitors often don't. University of Toronto, McGill, they don't have any land. They're landlocked. Their future development is compromised by their geographic situation. We're here on the West Coast, and the center of gravity of the world is shifting west, is shifting towards Asia, and there's going to be incredible opportunity here. Perhaps first and most of all, the talent, whether it's the talent of our students or faculty and staff, is absolutely incredible everywhere in the classroom, in labs, everywhere really. And our government is supportive, at least to date. We'll see post October 19th, but our government has been supportive, certainly more than some of the jurisdictions that I've seen in Ontario and in Quebec, where the support for university has been very, very difficult to secure. So maybe briefly on some of the things I've been focusing on my first year. I came in the 1st of November of last year, so I'm almost gone round the clock, which is always the most challenging, right? You land in a new place, you want to make sure that you meet everyone, that you understand the spirit of the place, the aspirations of the place, the challenges too. It's been incredible to discover UBC. It's confirmed what I've always thought, that this is a wonderful, wonderful place. I've been spending a lot of time with the leadership team, whether the VPs, the deans, the AVPs, including Michael and his team. It's a stellar team, and we have a chance to continue to renew and consolidate the team. I've had a chance to spend a lot of time with our board members, the 21 persons board of governors that oversees the work of UBC, and it's been great to now welcome a new board chair Miranda Lamb, and a new chancellor, Judy Rogers. Very happy about that. Our decanal team is strong, our AVP team is strong, and we've celebrated some milestones over the course of this first year at UBC. Perhaps most importantly, we celebrated our biggest ever year of research funding, which is not by any means the only way to measure research impact and performance, but it's a good proxy. It tells you that people are interested to work with you, to invest in your ideas. So in the last year alone, almost $900 million of research funding flew into UBC from all levels of government, industry, non-for-profit sector, foundations, and so on and so forth. So that's getting close to $1 billion a year, which is really the hallmark of truly global research-intensive universities. And everything depends on research. The quality of programs depends on research. Retaining your best faculty depends on research. Reputation, and therefore your ability to attract the students and to sustain your institution, depends on research. So that's very, very important for the future UBC to keep pushing in that area. We also achieved a record-breaking year of fundraising last year, which I was very, very pleased to see. The government and the students, they give you enough money to be good at what you do. If you want to take it a step beyond and really make a difference, you need support, you need partners. Over $300 million raised the last year for UBC. So we continue to do really well there. I've spoken already about the beauty and power of this campus here in Point Grey. Is the most beautiful campus in Canada. We certainly have ambitious plans to continue to develop our academic infrastructures. We're finishing a School of Biomedical Engineering, which we're about to open. We're working on the Gateway Health building, which will provide integrated health services to our students that will be transformative for our student population. And we're turning our minds to what will come next. In particular, the chemistry building is old and in a state that is not appropriate for 21st century science. So we're starting to look at how we could renovate these facilities or replace these facilities. And some of our faculties, in particular applied science, engineering, have very ambitious plans for growth and to develop a building that they call Applied One. And we're in close contact with the government to see how we could bring these important academic projects to fruition. We're continuing to grow our residence beds. We're so fortunate to have already about 15,000 residence beds, and maybe you saw that the government is supporting an additional 1,500 beds with about $300 million of funding. So I've been in this business a long time. I've never seen a provincial government fund residences in this way. So that was a really good day for UBC, and 1,500 more beds will be really welcome for our students who, like everybody, are struggling with that housing crisis here in Vancouver and in BC. Maybe briefly on government relations, because that's a big part of my job, to represent the university externally. I know Ottawa really well because I spent 6 years at Carleton University. So I have lots of contact there, and we had some great successes in Ottawa last year. In particular, through the federal budget, we were able to get additional research funding for the sector and to get increases for master's and PhD student support out in Ottawa. So we're continuing that advocacy, keeping our eye on the election that will come. It's just a matter of when. Your guess is as good as mine. It could be before the holidays, for all I know. And then I've spent a lot of time discovering Victoria, which is so important for us. They fund our students, our domestic students. They fund our wage increases here in BC, which is fantastic. They fund infrastructure. So ramping up to October 19th, and then again post-October 19th, they'll be spending a lot of time in Victoria making sure that government continues to support this great institution, which is so important for BC. In every which way, we graduate 15,000 students a year that then go out into the world and make BC a better place. We fund research and innovation that lead to the development of really important companies in the life sciences sector, in the physical sciences sector, in tech, and we need to keep pushing there. So one last thing on our university projects. We will this year engage the whole community in a process to refresh our strategic integrated plan. Our plan, which is called Shaping UBC's Next Century, was developed in 2018. But 2018 is already a long time ago, and the world has changed significantly. So we're hoping to engage the community to better define our long-term vision and to define a series of shorter-term action that we need to take now so as to be successful in the long term. And I'm hoping that everyone will embrace this change to define our shared future together over the course of the academic year. So I wanted to start there, just give you a sense of where I came from and what was on my mind. But really, my main goal is coming here today is to learn more about the UNA. It's to thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your work. Very, very important in sustaining our neighborhoods. To, of course, commit to working with you over time, to continuing to improve life here on campus and the services that we're able to give. I'm really thankful in particular that you're able to, through your work, represent the viewpoints of the 15,000 residents and convey them through to the university through Michael and his team. This is absolutely important, and I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that I have heard some of the issues or concerns that have been raised by the residents over Campus Vision 2050, and I share their concerns in many ways. Concerns about affordability, concerns about sustainability and climate change, about the services here in the neighborhoods and how to best provide these services, and about the rate of growth and how we're going to be able to maintain the excellence of services with that rate of growth. So I'm really happy to be here. I wasn't given firm instruction as to how long to keep my introductory remarks, so I hope I've hit kind of the marks. I like to keep it short so that we have more time for discussion. So again, great to meet everyone, and looking forward to the discussion.
Very much. I think that our agenda has open discussion at this point. I'm wondering though, since we have two open discussion items, if we simply close into the closed portion of the meeting, and then we can be a little more informal with our open discussion. And that would be, I think that would be preferable at this point in time. Right? Is the board open to that? Okay. If that's good, so what we'll do is just make the recommendation that the board adjourn into a closed session to discuss matters that are related to discussions and dealings with other entities or individuals where disclosure of the information being discussed could be harmful to the UNA's interests. Seconder? Eagle? All in favor? Motion passes. Great. Okay, so now I'll call, so now we can close the live stream public meeting, which is